I'm in Washington Square Park in New York City's Greenwich Village, right near a restaurant called Blue Hill that goes above and beyond supporting local agriculture. These folks know how to serve up a highly rated meal using the freshest ingredients around. Remember the piece that we did on the Stone Barn Center for Food and Agriculture? Well, this conscious restaurant serves a lot of the foods grown and raised on that farm. Let's catch up with two brothers, David and Dan Barber, who have made the Stone Barn Center and the Blue Hill restaurant a model for good eating with sustainable values.
The role that this restaurant is trying to play is helping people understand that they are living in a very privileged time. You can buy locally, and you can also take advantage of a great, large industrial food system that sources food from all over the world. One of the questions, though, is, as time goes on, are those choices still going to be available? And support of local farms and local food supply is critical to making sure that people will have the same choices that we have today. Food from the Hudson Valley will not always be available unless the farmers that farm the Hudson Valley are supported, and restaurants can play a wonderful role in helping those farmers survive and helping their children choose to stay in the farming business and keep that land active in agriculture. From the food that we are able to source locally, about a third of that is supplied by the Stone Barns farm. The rest comes from other Hudson Valley farmers, as well as those south of New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. And our ability to source product from within that 300 miles varies on the time of the year because of the climate on the East Coast. So we dip to a low point of probably 35 or 40% in the dead of winter to a high point of over 90% during August and September and October, our peak harvest season for the Hudson Valley. Hi, Mila. So how many on the book for tonight?
Tonight we have 106.
Great.
Every evening at 5 o'clock, we sit down for family meal, and I go over everything that's being grown right now, the tomatoes, the different varieties of tomatoes, and I put out a tray of tomatoes, and the waiters are looking at them, tasting them, understanding why we're growing certain varieties, why we're not growing other varieties. So all of those things, we try and bring that to the diner. We try and bring it to the diner, not so much through how we talk about it on the menu, but through what the waiters and the back waiters and the managers communicate to the diners in terms of their food experience. So personally, we have an interest, and I have an interest in telling these stories because the food tastes better. And when the food tastes better, people are going to come back and want more of it. And those are the kind of things that, even if I was the best chef in the world, however you rate chefs, that's the kind of seasoning and the kind of ingredient I can't provide.
That food looks incredible. The pork comes from the very pigs that are raised by Craig and Julie at Stone Barns. And the greens, those are also grown there, only 30 miles from his plate and picked days before.
The farmer who came down here last week, he was talking about the stuff that was going onto our menu. I didn't have a say in which varieties he was growing, and which varieties he's growing and how he's feeding the plant determines how they're going to taste, and that determines how we're going to use it. So who's the chef, me or him? I think more him. The health of the environment, the future environmental impact that your children are going to be cleaning up, and your own physical health and well-being and enjoyment, all of that is connected to food and food-related issues. And so if you are conscious of it, you can affect the way the world is used in that way 3 times a day. That is a fantastic power.
For more information on how you can be conscious of your everyday food choices, go to riverwired.com.